Hello everyone, welcome to Golden Nova's First Reacts, where I react first to all the things you want to see reacted to first, as long as I'm the first person you come to react to things first. I do not know how to start any of this off. They're leading with cute cats. I've seen the pictures. They are cat-themed treats as a monster lineup. Moby is here meowing away in the background in solidarity. I am about to have a cuteness meltdown right now on stream. Let's take a look and see what Justice Hunters has in store for us for the Yummies. Next is Cupsie Yummy. I'm pretty sure we're not supposed to pronounce the star there. Cupsie Yummy, level 1 light beast monster, 0 attack, 1600 defense. You can only special summon with the first effect of this card's name once per turn, and you can only use the second effect of this card's name once per turn. If you control a Link 1 monster or a level 2 Synchro monster, you can special summon this card from your hand. That is telling us a lot about what we're going to be looking out for in the future. And if the Synchros are also beasts, then oh boy, level 2 beasts. Who could have seen this coming? If this card is normal or special summoned, you can add a Yummy card from your deck to your hand, except a copy of this card. Or if it was special summoned by a Synchro monster's effect, you can draw a card instead. Oh, that's pretty cool. So that also tells us something about what we can expect out of our Synchros. They'll be buying back our material. And while we get a search on its initial summon, when we bring them out later, we get to draw instead because we have we've already done everything that searching needs to do. We've got our engine online. We might as well just draw free cards to get non-engine to get all of the bonuses from those. Oh, this is already shaping out to be an incredible little starter. And also, they gave the cat in the parfait strawberries for ears. No notes. Okay, next up is Cookie Yummy. Oh, Lord. Okay, what was that? A little cookie parka it's got? That's not fair. How could they do this to me? Level 1 light beast, 1000 attack, 0 defense. You can only special summon with the first effect of this card's name. You can only use the second effect of this card's name once per turn. If you control a Link 1 monster or a level 2 Synchro monster, you can special summon this card from your hand. So this seems to be a running theme. We have a free summon from hand should we control what I assume to be the things we're looking to make in the theme. If this card is normal or special summoned, you can target a face-up monster your opponent controls and it loses 1000 attack. Or if this card was special summoned by a Synchro monster's effect, you can destroy that monster instead. That is the preferable one, I must say. Normal summoning for 1000 to debuff. Now, granted, this does mean that Cookie Yummy can mix it up with anything that's normal summonable, right? If we are opposing a monster with 1900 attack, you normal summon Cookie, lower it by 1000, this can run over it. So that's not useless, but the removal effect is probably the one that you care about more than the little debuff. Although it is permanent, it does not say till the end of turn, so that's pretty cool. Okay, Lollio Yummy, level 1 light beast monster, 600 attack, 1200 defense. It has our usual special summon from hand effect. If this card is normal or special summoned, you can target a card in your opponent's graveyard and shuffle it into the deck. Or if it was special summoned by the effect of a Synchro monster's effect, yeah, I think that sentence scans. You can banish that card instead. Okay, so that's just a little bit of a utility body. Another very cute one. Definitely third in rank of all of them so far, but this is still like a high B grade in terms of cuteness. Holy cow. Utility, graveyard, removal, even shuffling a card back into their deck. It's not as good as just permanently banishing it, unless it's like a kind of thing that likes its cards being banished, in which case you can just use the initial effect. But both of them, like, it's not too terrible if it's banished as opposed to being shuffled back, unless you expect your opponent to find a way to search back into it again. So I dig it. So we have our search card, which also draws us. We have our targeted removal, and we have Graveyard Disruption as our first 3 level 1 main deck monsters. This is shaping up to be pretty good. But we did not see a single tuner monster out of any of these. Yeah, and it doesn't seem to be a mistranslation or anything. Looking at the card art, you can see the little brackets at the top. There's only 2 segments on there, so one would be beast, one would be effect. So there's not a third thing to indicate that it would be a tuner. So I'm curious to see how the synchros operate. Level 2 Light Beast Synchro Tuner Monster, Cupsie Way, 0 attack, 2200 defense, requires generic material. For this card, Synchro Summon, you can treat a Link 1 monster you control as a level 1 tuner. Okay. So you summon one of them, presumably turn it into a Link monster, summon the second copy of it, do whatever shenanigans they do, and then convert both of those into a level 2 Synchro monster. God, I love it when they make cards do things they're not supposed to do, unironically. That's so funny. Okay, if this card is Synchro Summoned, you can add 2 Yummy monsters from your deck to your hand, then discard a card. Neat search ability. And then when your opponent activates a card or effect, you can return this card to the extra deck to summon up to 2 Yummy monsters from your graveyard. Okay, so we're getting 2 of them. And it does not summon them in defense position, so we can get the Link monsters back. And because it's a quick effect, we can summon back Cupsie and Cookie, draw a card and pop a card because they're being summoned by a Synchro Monster's effect. That's pretty good. Oh, and what's cool about this is that when this card is Synchro Summoned, you get to add the 2 Yummy monsters. You now have a level 2 Synchro Monster, so you can then drop them out of your hand, drop the new ones that you search out of your hand if you have not used their effect already, which is pretty nifty. Okay, this is a pretty good start here. What about Cookie Yummy Way? So, like, what are they're abducting them? Is that supposed to be supposed to be aliens? We have alien cat things stealing cat treats. I don't know what is going on here with the theming, but it is adorable, so I will take it. If this card is Synchro Summoned, you can target up to 2... Oh, I'm getting ahead of myself. It's a level 2 Light Beast Synchro Tuner, 1600 attack, 0 defense, requires generic material. Same summoning conditions, we can use a Link 1 monster as a level 1 tuner. If this card is Synchro Summoned, you can target up to 2 face-up monsters on the field and change them to face-down defense position, perfect for shutting off their effects. And when your opponent activates a card or effect, you can return this card to the extra deck to summon up to 2 Yummy monsters from your graveyard. Hey, is that going to be an effect that they all share? Seems like that would be pretty good. I am not there for you yet. Calm down. So, the first one searches us 2 cards. This one flips 2 face down. I'm here for it, especially if that means their defenses are low enough where we can run over them with Cookie Way. Lollio Yummy Way, level 2 Light Beast Synchro Tuner effect monster, 1200 attack and defense, requires a tuner and a non-tuner. It's not 1+. It has to be a tuner and a non-tuner. I don't know how you would do it with less, considering they're level 2. But it's specifically those. We can also use a Link 1 monster as a level 1 tuner. If this card is Synchro Summoned, you can special summon summon 2 Yummy monsters from your graveyard, but their effects are negated. And when your opponent activates a card or effect as a quick effect, you can return this card to the extra deck to special summon up to 2 Yummy monsters from your graveyard. So we're not going to get the if this card was summoned by a Synchro Monster effect off of these, which does kind of... Well, I mean, this is what the second effect was meant for. I feel like this one is either to speed up the process of making a second level 2 Synchro, or you get more of the Synchro tuners out, and then you get to overlay for rank 2s or make rank 1s. Because we haven't run into anything that locks us into stuff, so that's pretty gnarly so far. Okay. Yummy Snatchy. Yep, it's a cat alien thing that's going around looking for cat treats. That's amazing. And it's a downward pointing link arrow because they are UFOs grabbing things from underneath them. This is outrageous. It uses the Link 1 as the tuner because in all the pictures there's the UFOs grabbing them, and they're the Link monsters. And then we have the base level 1. So cute. It's so cute. Oh my god. Even the mechanics are quaint. This is incredible. Are there there's up arrows? Oh, there's up arrows as opposed to the down arrows in the Link monster because they're going up. Come on, this is too good. This is too good. Okay. Yummy Snatchy. Link 1, Light Beast Monster, 600 attack, bottom arrow, requires a level 4 or lower Light Beast Monster as material. If this card is special summoned, you can place a Yummy field spell from your hand or deck face up on your field Also, you cannot link summon link 3 or higher link monsters for the rest of the turn, but you can make link 2 monsters once per chain during the main phase or your opponent's battle phase. You can pay oh boy, 100 life points. No. Immediately after this effect resolves, synchro summon using a yummy monster that you control. Okay. That rules. So, folks, say it with me. The link 1 that searches the field spell? What? And we have a field spell coming up in just a second, but yeah, we have a quick... Oh god, and it's a quick sync. So all these things that happen when they're summoned, I think notably the flip 2 cards face down and the... Or I guess mostly the summon 2 face down. Though, of course, being able to make one at quick speed and then allowing them to activate at quick speed does mean we can then trigger our cookie effect at quick speed, so that's pretty cool. So it's a quick sync and it gets our field spell. So what more could you ask for an interim monster than that? Okay, and there are multiple fields. Oh god, a deck with multiple field spells. That's gonna be rough. Okay, you can only use the second and third effect of this card's name each once per turn. The first effect of Yummysment Minion is that yummy monsters you control gain 500 attack for each light beast monster on the field. Oh, that's cool. So they just, like, in general gain a 500 point boost. So this becomes 1700. This becomes 21. This becomes, well, 500 because it's base 22. But the more you spam the board, the more you get. I dig that. Second effect, if you control a Link 1 monster, you can target a level 1 Yummy monster in your graveyard and special summon it. Oh, that's... Wait, so you literally just need a single Yummy monster to make this work. Because you go normal Yummy, link it off for the Link monster. The Link monster gets you a field spell. You get Yummysment specifically. And then Yummysment will get you back the monster that you linked off. And that completes the circuit. You don't even need 2 of them. If this card is in your graveyard, you can target 2 Yummy monsters in your graveyard and or banishment to place them and this card on the bottom of the deck in any order, so they also recycle themselves very easily. Okay. That's just the first one, though. What does Yummysment Acrockie do for us? You can only use the first, second, and third effect of this card's name each once per turn. If you would synchro summon a light beast synchro monster, you can target 1 card your opponent controls and destroy it. Ooh, more removal, thank you very much. If any number of face-up monsters you control leave your field by an opponent's card effect, you can special summon a Yummy monster from your deck, retaliatory summoning. And if this card is in your graveyard, you can target 2 Yummy monsters in your graveyard and or banishment, place them and this card on the bottom of the deck in any order. So we can keep getting them with our Link monster. Lastly, Yummy Redemption. You can use the third effect of this card's name once per turn. Monsters your opponent controls lose 200 attack for each light beast monster you control and that are in your graveyard. That pairs very nicely with the first one, giving us a sweet attack boost. Once per chain, if you synchro summon a light beast synchro monster, you can draw a card, then place a card from your hand on the bottom of your deck. So it's not card advantage, but it is card selection, and it is once per chain, not once per turn. So the more you do it, the more you can keep cycling through your cards. And you can banish this card from your graveyard, then target a Yummy monster that you control and 1 monster your opponent controls, and switch control of both. So we also have a Monster Reborn. Oh, not a Monster Reborn, a creature swap. And if it works the way I think it does, this gets even more naughty here, because all of the synchro monsters have that effect where opponent activates a card or effect, quick effect, return this to the extra deck, special summon up to 2 Yummy monsters in your graveyard. It does that as cost. Okay, never mind. It does it as cost. If it was part of the effect, we would be seeing something different. But I thought you could go activate the synchro monster's effect to get the summon, and then chain redemption to give the synchro to your opponent, and then it just gets shuffled back into your extra deck. But that is not the case. You have to return these to the extra deck as cost, so you cannot pull that off with redemption. But you know, you have plenty of little weak goobers to give your opponent anyway. I don't think they would mind just punching them in the face, especially the negated ones. That's pretty cool. Holy cow. Okay, notes. The design for the cards is meant to emulate a crane game. The 100 life points is a 100 yen coin. The synchros emulate the crane game. Them dissipating into parts is the crane game failing. Huh. Well, I think that this theme is pretty neat. Normally I am dismissive of these low-leveled beast decks as being like they have a gimmick, and the gimmick is more important than the actual gameplay, but I think I learned my lessons from when Melfi did this. Melfi has an annoyingly resilient resource engine that is almost impossible to break down, and it doesn't help that they had all that sprite work to do with them. So, will we see similar things out of this deck? Maybe. We of course have our level 1 monsters, and if we can only summon level 2 monsters after we use the effect of Gigantic Sprite, which I think it's only... Let's double check Gigantic Sprite's wording really quickly. Bam. It's just level 2 monsters, right? Neither player can special summon for the rest of the turn except... Okay, link to level 2 or rank 2 monsters. Okay. So we do not get to just skirt by being... I thought it might have said like 2 or lower. That was not the case. But we are making a bunch of level 2 synchro monsters, and those are 2s. Oh, but... No, there's some of them that, like... I forget exactly which sprites care about which, but some of them care about having a rank 2 monster, some of them care about having a level 2, some of them care about having, like, a link rating 2 to summon out of the hand, but... You know, we do have a bunch of level 2 monsters, so we can summon the sprites out of our hand for free. We can kind of get, like, a new age version of sprites. We can wait to use Gigantic Sprite at a later point in time, I think. And then we just have all the... Oh, man, this is a really nifty resource engine, right? Like, you have a bunch of access to a bunch of rank 1 plays. All the synchros give you rank 2 access, and both of those pulls are incredible. You get all the beast support. We just had the... We just had the Ancient Fairy Dragon cards, which all care about having light beast, plants, or fairies, and these fit the beast part pretty well. And the fact that all of the synchros are themselves tuner monsters means that we can, like, slowly, like, take all of these level 1 monsters and, like, keep synchro climbing up and up and up. Even if, like, Lollio Yummy Way summons out 2 Yummies and they have their effects negated, if they are our other synchro tuners, then they still get to continue being tuners. And things they lock some really powerful stuff behind having to use synchro tuners. I think we're looking at something pretty nasty here, especially with how self-contained the engine is here, and how you can use, like, Jack in the Hand. Because any single one of these gets you into a level 2 synchro monster, by way of using the link monster and the field spell. The only thing that your opponent can do is give you the least optimal of them. So when you present all 3 of these, you know, obviously the opponent's best choice is to take Yummy because that's the one that gives you pure card advantage. But even if they just get Yummy or Lollio, then they're still sitting pretty with their play lines. And then whatever, they can just go Cupsie Yummy Way and then get the cards that you didn't give them. That's incredible. This has potential. It's a very concise combo line. And if you can just get a bunch of material, especially in, like, these very low level ranges, you can pull off some nasty stuff. And then you spam a whole bunch of light beasts on board, and then you use the first field spell to kill them with the absolutely outrageous boost here. Like, normally these kinds of stacking boosts are like, you get 200 for each or 300 for each. This is 500 for each light beast monster on the board. If you have 3 of these on board, each one is getting 1,500. That is a 4,500 point boost in your entire field's pressure. 4 damage. You get 4 of those things on board, that's 2,000 apiece. That is lethal damage from bonuses alone. And they don't seem like they care too much about, it doesn't seem like too much of a problem for them to spit out as many of them as possible. Holy calzone. Yeah, I think this is something to look out for because of how concise the engine is, because the field spells can recycle themselves and how easy the link it is to retrieve them via the link monster. With just this card being kind of ridiculous, like, oh, I'll just pitch this and then have a creature swap at any given point. This I feel like leaves a ton of room for a non-engine. Like, if this is like 3/2/2 field spell, redemption, 1 or 2 of each of the synchros, this fits into a lot of stuff. Okay, okay. I know I was getting big about like the whole fusion dragon tail thing from last time we did this. This one, I think this one is the standout one. Unless the next one blows things out of the water, this is going to be the archetype to look out for. I am positive this is going to make some waves. Put it down here, clip it, put it on your message boards. I'm calling it here. We are going to be complaining about Cupsie 6 months from now with how busted it is. Though, that's just one Yugi Tuber's opinion. I want to hear what all of you have to say about it. What are your thoughts on it? Is there anything that I'm overlooking about what these cards are capable of? Is there anything that I'm overhyping? Am I letting my experience with these strange sprite piles color my opinion of what's going on here? Honestly, I mean, if anyone should be an enemy of these cards, it should be me. I mean, they're light beasts. That puts them a stone's throw away from Ojamas, but I think they're pretty good. But if I'm wrong, let me know down below, or if I'm right, let me know why I'm right, because I want to see any other bruiser ideas that are cooking up in your nasty little heads. That about does it from me, and until the next time Konami drops some juicy spoilers, I will see all of you next time. Bye-bye. Today's episode is brought to you by Dragon Shield. Get the sleeves as strong as dragon scales that even come with their own lore, and save 5% on your order by using the coupon code GoldenNova at checkout. It was also brought to you by my lovely patrons, including this month's illustrious Quasar Commanders, Upstairs Media, and the Critic of Innocence, Nebula Navigator's 3rd Dynasty, 50 Gigabytes, Ada Basilisk, Adam Zajdel, Ancient Wizard, Andrew Newman, Battle Axe, Kane Senpai, Charlie Mercury, Chibi Gohan, Christopher Fuss, Clockswork, Comrade Copperbottom, Eric, Frankie, Garland Chaos, Green Knight, Great Big Pillock, Hair Bear, Happy Majin, Harry the Ominous Benefactor, Iron Zero, Iskander 711, Carp, Marion James E. Picata, Mike Cook, Millennia Asta, Muse Clark, Neon Yami Nair, Orozco 09096, Panther J, Bactboos, Rebel King Lucifer, Red Eyes Jackalow, RJ the Jank Monarch, Sonic 21 Blast, Thievery Coast and the Wizard Moose, Cosmic Crusaders Ally Vatnia, Animasta, Anthrak, Baron von Titty Sprinkles, Beelzebub, Fish, Beluga Master, Blitzwolf, Charlie Mercury, again, Chaz Ghost, Dr. Entity RIP, Eva Padilla, Gary Lickbread, Hike Boyagian, Herbal D, Inblink, Kale the Dragon, Lobomaru 02, Manga Pages, Natiel Lee Alexander, Nitromo, Not Al Gore, Nyx, Obsidian, Pombo, Rain, Rhyme Kairos, Shizuka Nijimura, Sir-Knight JCB, Sophie, apparently, Sphilia, Stephen Williamson, The Legendary Raven, The Phantom Knights of Shitted Pants, The Gene, Tiger X2476, Weasel King of Weaseltown and Zaldareka, as well as all the lovely Starlight Explorers you see on screen now. If you'd like to help me in my journey to cover all of Yu-Gi-Oh's archetypes, get my videos early, be a part of these credits and other awesome perks, it would mean the world to me if you check out the link to my Patreon in the description or consider joining as a YouTube member.